Hey guys, thanks for joining my virtual tour. This quick 10-minute tour is just a sneak peek around MIDS Mount Pleasant campus. You can access the full virtual tour by visiting this Admissions and Aid tab on MIDS main website. Locate the Contact or Visit Us tab, and then scroll down on the left-hand side to where it says Campus Visit or Tour. I encourage you to also schedule a meeting with myself on the Mount Pleasant campus or Chris Pellerito on the Harrison campus to have a more personalized experience. By meeting with Chris or me, you can ask questions about MID programs, resources and supports, student life, and how to get started for the upcoming semester. Now let's get started with our tour. So our main entrance leads you right into the Office of Student Services. The Office of Student Services is a great first stop for any current or future student. In this office, you have access to admissions, mentors, registration, and financial aid. Our office is open Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4:30 p.m. Students are welcome to stop in with or without an appointment. If you're interested in a campus tour, admissions is ready to show you around. If you need to schedule classes or have questions about what classes to take, contact your MID mentor to set up a time to chat. If you have questions about financial aid or the FAFSA form, stop by our financial aid office to get some support. Registration is also here to help students with transcript requests and many other important documents needed at college. Outside of the Office of Student Services is what we call our Center for Student Services Concourse. This is a great area for students to congregate while they're on campus, especially since there's computers, printing, and it's in close proximity to the Laker Cafe and bookstore. The Laker Cafe offers a full coffee bar, caffeine is a good thing, soups, salads, sandwiches, and snacks, and the bookstore offers more than just textbooks, but technology, study guides, and some great looking MID apparel. If we head out of the bookstore, we'll be back in that main hallway. This main hallway will take us over to one wing of campus, the Doane Center. The Doane Center is home to all of MID's health science program labs, our 3 lecture halls on the Mount Pleasant campus, and some important resource areas, including the Nest, which is MID's Student Wellness Center, and also home to the Campus Cupboard, which is MID's food pantry. We will also see another important resource area, the Career Center. Our first stop in the Doane Center is one of our 3 lecture halls. This lecture hall is the largest classroom on MID's Mount Pleasant campus. It seats up to 110 students, but never will you see this filled to the gills. The largest class in here would be about 45 students. Aside from these large lecture hall classes, an average class size at MID is roughly 18 to 20 students, so relatively small, especially compared to a university or four-year college that your lecture halls may have 200 to 300 students in them. This small class size affords students the opportunity to be more involved in their classes, both with their peers and their faculty. If we head out the hallway from the lecture hall, we will run into MID's Career Center. This is one of those important resource areas that I was telling you about. The Career Center is a great place to research college majors and minors, different job opportunities, internships, and on-campus employment. They also help students with their cover letters, resumes, and provide interview prep. In the Career Center, you will also find information on the TRIO Grant Program. The TRIO Grant Program is additional support in the form of financial aid, individualized academic planning, and peer networking. Students must apply to the TRIO program annually in the fall. To be eligible for TRIO, a student must be one of the following: a first-generation college student, low income, or have a documented disability. In addition to the Career Services and TRIO grant program, accommodation services is also housed here. If you were on an IEP in high school or have a documented disability, you have access to accommodations at MID. Stop by this office to learn more about these 3 important student services. If we head back over to the other wing of campus, we will be in the Center for Liberal Arts and Business, or what we call the C-Lab. The C-Lab is home to another very important area on campus, our library and learning services. The library offers computers and hard copy resources to assist students in their studies. In addition to these resources, there are also 4 academic support labs. The Writing and Reading Center, right over here, is for much more than just English courses. Most, if not all, college-level courses will require some form of research paper. Writing and Resource Center can assist in general grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure, all the way to research support in the form of topic generation, citation support, and formatting. Behind the Writing and Reading Center is the Science Lab. The Science Lab provides support to students with additional time to use lab materials and talk through material from their science lectures. Over here is some great study space. I love the area by the windows because it provides a really nice open environment for students to work independently or in a group, kind of getting together, collaborating on some of their coursework. Another great space for collaboration in the library are these personal study spaces. Students can rent out these areas to work through group projects, or if you just want a quiet space to study on your own. In addition to renting these spaces, this is also home to one of our academic support services. The Public Speaking Skills Lab is a space for students who are feeling apprehensive about giving a speech or a presentation. This lab provides the opportunity for students to practice their speeches, get pointers on delivery, and also learn how to format those speeches. Outside of the library, just up the hall to the left, is our math lab, the 4th area of our academic support services. If you're like myself and struggle with math, or are just finding a particular concept challenging, you can come to the math lab and get one-on-one support for your math classes. All of our academic support labs are free to students and staffed Monday through Friday during regular college hours, with extended nights at least 1 or 2 days a week. If we head back out the hallway, we'll be in front of our community room where the elevators are, and students could go to the 2nd or 3rd floors of the C-Lab. On the 2nd floor of the C-Lab, there's many instructional lab spaces. 2 of the computer labs up here are used for our computer information systems students. These labs are intended to look like a professional organizational IT infrastructure, which allows for great hands-on learning and experiences for the CIS students. On the 3rd floor of the C-Lab is used for most of our graphic design and visual arts programs. These lab spaces include 2 computer labs for our art and design students, as well as a full art studio, a photography darkroom, and a green screen room. If we turn around and head back up this hallway, we'll make our way back to where we started in the Office of Student Services. On the 2nd floor of the Doane Center, we have lab spaces for our nursing and PTA students, as well as the connector hallway where students can hang out in between classes or learn more about MID's student life and clubs and groups. Thank you again for joining my virtual tour. As I mentioned, this is just a brief overview of some main areas on MIDS Mount Pleasant campus. I highly encourage scheduling a meeting with myself or Chris Pallarito to learn more about our programs, student life, or how to get started at MID. We hope you have a great day, and go Lakers!